And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray. Rock Cod Rick Max is still in Alaska, but Corey Sandin is here co-hosting with me today. And boy, do we have a great show live from Encinitas Ford, our first San Diego County Ford dealer live remote of the season here. And it's a great one with our buddy Captain Mark Wheeler from Encinitas Ford, and we have Rosie and Jeff Flowers from Cedros Sportfishing here. Going to be a great show. Come on down and join us. We have a ton of great prizes to give away. We have the Shimano casting contest and a lot more. Already a nice crowd forming, so come on down and join us. Bring your mask and join us at Encinitas Ford, corner of Encinitas Boulevard and El Camino Real in Encinitas, and we'll be right back right here on Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and radio network.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, you know, it's intimate, it's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. Very personal, very intimate, and a special, special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, man. We're here at the Encinitas Ford having a great time.
Yeah, great job, by the way, Corey, on filling in for us there last Sunday. You and Doug Kern, fantastic job. Thank you very much for being there so we could get on that early flight, which is the only flight if we wanted to go to Alaska.
It was the only way to go?
Yeah, it was the only way to get up there if we wanted to go. But thanks, Corey. You did a great job. And what a great show. I listened on the archives. I listened live until the plane took off on the Let's Talk Hookup app. Perfect.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys did a great job.
We could actually hear the rumble, the diesel in the background.
Yeah.
Boats coming in, unloading the bluefin. And
yeah.
It was beautiful.
It's kind of cool to be down there right now at the world headquarters and see all those boats, all those empty docks, and watch the rumble come in and out, right? Yeah, fantastic. Well, hey, we're here live at Encinitas Ford, our first San Diego County Ford dealer live remote. Mark Wheeler, thanks for having us.
Good morning, Pete. It's great to have you guys back.
Yeah, great to be here. And Encinitas Ford, man, you're loaded. You have some cars.
Well, it's been an amazing time. We've got huge manufacturers incentives, and we've continued our aggressive discount pricing, and it's our market share is up 40% because of it. So
no, really,
yeah.
Wow,
that's
fantastic. Amazing. Now, during the whole crisis thing, there was some slowdown in the manufacturing. Has that affected your inventory?
Well, it has, but we've been able to get more inventory from other dealers, and then we
Because
had
other
a
dealers
lot.
don't sell like Encinitas
Not like
Ford.
Encinitas Ford, no way. And so we've got plenty of inventory, and we've got all the hot stuff, the 250s, the 150s, the Explorers, the Expeditions, and Mustangs, and Fusion hybrids, and the new Escape selling great. So it's a great time to get a vehicle. Really is.
It is, with the incentives and lower prices and.
Yeah, and then the resurgence of the used car market is unbelievable, so that the value of trade-in values are like at all-time highs against record manufacturers' incentives and our discount pricing. Everything works just great for the consumer.
Wow, fantastic. So are you still offering that 84 months 0%? Is that what it is?
We are out of 84 months for 0%. We have 72 months.
72 months. Okay, I added a year.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's like you, Pete. I know how you work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you come down and talk to Mark. Maybe you can get 84, right?
Yeah. So it's all good, and the huge incentives on the greatest trucks in the world, the greatest SUVs, greatest CUVs. So all that combined with the trade-in valuations are just huge. So it makes it a really easy transaction for our customers. That's what we're all about. We just want to take care of our customers, make sure they're happy with their purchase, and then it all happens. It's all magic. It happens again when they're ready for their next car.
Yeah, for sure. And Encinitas Ford does such a good job on follow-up service too. That's the thing is, for the Ford dealers in general are top-rated service, but when it comes to follow up and taking care of your customers, Encinitas Ford is just awesome.
That's what we're all about. And to prove it, we've got the President's Award from Ford Motor Company, which is a very prestigious award for customer satisfaction amongst several hundred other criteria, and we've won it 4 years in a row.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And the other cool thing is Mark Wheeler is a avid fisherman. I can tell you avid because I fished with him many times. There's no more avid fisherman than Mark Wheeler, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Pete. It's always fun to get out on the water and fun to get out with you.
Yeah,
especially.
Indeed. We've had a couple of good trips here already this season, so
Yeah.
we're fun. And, of course, you have a beautiful 62-foot Nomad that you get out and go catch some fish.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Take care of the customers at work and then go fishing.
That's what we live for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, hey, great to be here at Encinitas Ford. We had to delay the opening of the season for our Ford dealership live remotes, but this is always our traditional kickoff, and we're glad to be here.
It's good to have all of the Let's Talk Hookup crowd back, and 30 how many years of sponsorship with Ford Motor Company?
We're approaching with the Ford with San Diego County Ford dealers and Ford Motor Company about 28 years.
28 years.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday.
I know, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Rosie Flowers and Jeff Flowers from Cedros Sportfishing, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, great to have you guys.
Fabulous to be here.
Yeah, well, I know you've been talking to a lot of people about Cedros and what's going on down there. Why don't you fill us in?
Well, okay, so first of all, I want to thank Mark for bringing around a brand new red Ford Flex for me to check out
to tempt
when
you?
we're done. So this
We're here to help, Rosie.
might be my third Ford Flex. So a little bit about the island. As you guys all know, COVID-19 put an abrupt stop to everything down on the island. We were asked for the month of June to just kind of lay back and let the island be COVID-free. Which it is, and it still is to this day COVID-free. So that was for the month of June. And then our new little challenge came where there were some repairs that need to be done to the runway. So the airlines, the mayor of the town, Huichu, the governor, the Mexican government, and especially, I don't know if you guys know, but the salt transport facility is owned by the Mitsubishi Corporation. The Mitsubishi Corporation has stepped up along with the Mexican government and is paying for the repairs to be done to the runway. Our challenge right now is actually getting the concrete to the island. Obviously, with the runway has some, I would say, holes in it that they've already dug up for the repairs. So no planes can land right now. So the concrete will be brought in by barge, and as soon as we get the concrete on the runway, there has been a request sent by over 2/3 of the island has signed a request to the governor of Mexico as soon as those repairs are done to the runway to get that island open. Okay, the people of the island want to work. They want to get back to their normal. They need Cedros Sportfishing down there in order to provide for their families. So they count on us from, June to November to be down there in every aspect. I mean, not just Cedros sport fishing, you guys going fishing, excuse me, but what that also takes care of are the families that live down there, whether it be the tortilla factory or the Tecate store or the grocery stores, whatever. It is everybody down there is involved with Cedros sport fishing. We bring that many people down there. What you guys do on the island affects everybody down there. So that's a little bit of an overview of what we've got going on.
So we should have trips resuming here shortly.
I will be finding out early next week after, once again, the airlines has been huge, by the way, in trying to expedite getting the concrete over there. But I will be finding out early next week, if our first few trips, which also is the Let's Talk Hookup trip from the 6th through the 10th, we will be finding out if those trips will be going or not.
By next week.
Yes.
All right, very good. Jeff, are you anxious to get down there?
Hands are shaking.
Yeah. I mean, some of the pictures that Rosie was showing us of Javier catching some big yellows, right?
He's rubbing it in almost every night with videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big are those fish? Those are like 40-plus pounds.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Yeah. He's rubbing it in good.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. So.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the Cedros sport fishing experience. What can people, those that haven't been there like us, what can they expect when they go down there? How does it all work?
Well, we are the only lodge that has a direct flight from to the island. So basically, we go through the CBX in Otay Mesa, California,
which is so easy.
So easy. And I have to thank you because you were the one that suggested that we go through there so that we could get that direct flight. And all of our customs is done there. So, I mean, I see many people here in the audience that have been there and done that, and the ease of it is unbelievable. So a direct flight to the island. Once you're on the island, let me just go through the CBX. As we meet at the CBX, I meet you there with everything that you need for your trip. So your visas, your Mexican fishing licenses, everything, your cross-border express pass, everything is in a packet for you. I basically hold your hand on this side of the border, and these guys here will tell you we have a concierge service in the Tijuana International Airport that is second to none, that hold your hand on that side of the border. Once you get across the CBX and go through immigration, they will collect up all of your items. We can probably fit everybody's fishing gear on 6 to 7 carts, which leave six other guys to hold the rods as you go 390 feet across the sky bridge. And then once you get across that sky bridge, our team in the international airport will gather up your items and get it over to our aircraft, which...
It's all done for you.
It's all done for you. And then you never touch your stuff again.
Wow.
You never touch your stuff.
So you get to the resort.
And even once you get to the resort, they're going to take your stuff into your room for you.
Yeah.
You have to worry about getting your tackle together, which... Our crew will also help you get your tackle together.
The service is unbelievable.
So, and it works out great. And once you get on the island, our crew meets you at the airport. Richard and Floor and the whole crew, they help unload the airplane, get everything into the trucks. You just have to go over to the van and pop a frosty cold one, and Richard will get you guys over to the lodge. And if you guys decided to fish the first day, get your gear together, and we'll get you down to the Pongas.
Wow. Such a great experience. And, Corey, I know you've been many times to Cedros, and you go for the yellowtail, right?
No. Actually, it happens so secondarily, so often. Fishing calicos, even up tight, even 5 feet of water.
It's so crazy. We were in deep kelp last year, and I think our friend Greg was on the bow, and he's like, oh, my gosh, and we're fishing calicos. And, the kelp is so thick, you're just dropping down. And he's like, look over. And I'm not kidding you, 5 feet under the boat, probably
Yellows.
a 40-pound yellowtail coming through. It's like,
wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
He's trying to grab a gaff. It's like, dude, that thing is so close.
Yeah.
That's my speed right there. I love it, man.
And big calicos, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
it's just so much fun, for sure. It's so close to the lodge. It's so close to the harbor.
It really is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Really good fishing. So, so when you get down there, of course, right now we know that Southern Baja has opened as of last Monday or Tuesday. Palmas de Cortez is open. I know Rancho Leonero opens on Tuesday. Very excited about that. Is Cedros considered northern Baja or southern Baja?
We're actually northern Baja.
Northern Baja.
We are actually northern Baja. But as I have spoken to our concierge service in the Tijuana International Airport and the CBX, since we are going through the CBX, they are letting us through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can fly down through CBX, no problem.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you actually go to the CBX website, you can see that we are able to go down as long as you have, it has to be a U.S. passport. So God forbid if I had someone from Canada on a trip, sorry, but you can't get back in.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to be a U.S. citizen to go down and get back in right now.
Yeah,
Correct.
Indeed.
The one challenge is, unfortunately, the Mexican nationals cannot come over.
They can't come north.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And that is like, when you hear the border is closed, that's more so,
that way. Yeah, but open for U.S. passports.
we can go down.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we just need to get that runway done.
Yeah. Get that concrete over. How hard could it be to get concrete?
How hard
over
is it
there?
to get it? And you know what? It has to go either. It looks like it's going to be going through Guerrero Negro, where the salt transport facility is coming over on that. Just get that concrete over that.
Is the
part.
salt plant still open?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay. So
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Yes.
Those things will happen.
Correct.
Yeah. And your partner, Adrian, has been up flying and checking things out, and there's a lot of fish around, right?
There are so many fish around. I mean, you had Tom on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
oh, yeah.
there are fish out there.
Tom was flying yesterday for SAC, and we're going to hear from him today about what was going on out there. And I got a little preview of what it was. You're going to want to hear his report.
It's pretty epic.
It's coming up here and later on in the show. But as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today, live from Encinitas Ford. Come on down and join us. A beautiful, shall we call, first day of summer here at Encinitas Ford.
You're right. It's a summer solstice.
Yeah.
Longest day of the
right. Longest day of the year.
Yeah.
Longest
It's
day.
not summer till 5 p.m.
Till 5
this
p.m.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's when it's summer. Okay.
Then
So
the sun's going to come out.
then the sun
you
comes
go.
out. All right, good.
All righty.
Well, yeah, there we go.
There's some live radio right there.
That's right.
Looks like everybody's all right.
So
Okay.
we have a great show lined up
We
today,
do.
right, Corey?
Absolutely. Like I said, live radio. We're down here
Yeah.
having a great time in front of everybody at Encinitas Ford.
Yeah.
Mr. Mark Wheeler, Jeff and Rosie, we're having a great time.
Yeah.
So we have a couple giveaways for a stand-up, step up to the mic prize. We have the local kind, a pair of Maui Gems, soft black in color, sea blue and gray lens. The blue Hawaii lens material, super thin. It's super thin glass.
That's super lightweight glass. That's for the Step Up to the Mic prize.
Casting contest is Shimano rod, AFCO tackle and clothing package, Shimano lure package, plus the winner of the casting contest qualifies for the big grand prize. And everyone that attends gets a ticket for all the great prizes we are giving away, plus fill out an entry form to be one of the qualifiers to win the grand prize. It's a trip for one on the Searcher, limited load 8-day trip in November.
That's right. That's a limited load 8-day trip in November. We only take 8 qualifiers. Our 4 San Diego County Ford dealer remote broadcasts. We're going to qualify 2 people today, one from random draw and one from the winner of the casting contest. And of course, that's going to be fantastic. Now, let me give you a list of all the great prizes that we're giving away just for coming down. You get a ticket, and I want to thank everybody for coming down today and enjoying social distancing and wearing their masks and such like that. Mark Wheeler has really stepped up. How many oil changes?
We brought 5, Pete.
5 oil changes.
So those are good on any Ford, Lincoln, Mercury product or the diesels, too.
Diesels,
if you're driving a Super Duty diesel, you know what it costs to get an oil change, and it's included.
It's included in that. So 5 of those. We also have 2 complete Encinitas Ford details. Tell us about that.
So our great detail shop, and your car will come in, and that doesn't have to be a Ford, so it can be any make or model. Bring it in. It's a $190 detail, and they're free.
Wow.
So we have 2 of those.
Wow. Got 2. And then we also have Shimano flatfall jigs, Shimano Colt Sniper jigs. We have a bunch of AFCO shirts, a bunch of AFCO hats, AFCO bait nets, AFCO Psycho Pro fluorocarbon, an AFCO fillet knife. We have a Shimano Torium 20 reel to give away, Maui Jim cuts. We have Maui Jim cleaning kits, the whole table of prizes for the Cowboy and Tommy P to give away there. And we're honored to have the Cowboy here today. Great to have Cowboy back in action here at Encinitas Ford. And boy, it's going to be, we're thrilled to see him here.
And we've got a fun 2 hours ahead of us. Come down and enjoy it. Enjoy the outing here, and come down and have a great time. All the giveaways. We're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup, on the Let's Talk Hookup app and network.
Dana Landing in Mission Bay is truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. This is Chelsea. Come see me and our expert fishing staff for just about anything you need for a great day of on-the-water fun. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing has you covered with the Blackjack, perfect for up to 4 anglers, or the Impulse with up to 6. Dana Landing has a huge selection with everything you need to catch small bay bass or giant tuna. We will be sure to set you up with the right gear. We even offer reel repair and Mexican and California fishing licenses. Don't forget the amazing deli at Dana Landing with all the food, ice, and beverages you need to complete your day. Need freshwater tackle? Head to East County Bait and Tackle with all the finest rods and reels, the hottest freshwater lures, and live bait. ECBT has an amazing staff who love to share their passion for fishing. East County Bait and Tackle is located at the end of the 67 freeway on Main Street in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Launch Ramp on San Diego's Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Fillet knives shouldn't be disposable. Introducing AFTCO fillet knives that are built to last. Designed in collaboration with Boker, Germany, AFTCO knives feature 4116 German stainless steel, bonded with titanium nitride to ensure optimum corrosion resistance and exceptional edge retention. A non-slip TPR handle maintains a firm grip when processing game fish. Premium in every sense, AFTCO fillet knives are available in multiple length options to provide the right tool that gets the job done season after season. Fillet knives from AFTCO. Any fish, any water.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank Lepresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on Earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the 2 best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
When you put on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the world begins to look different. Colors are more vivid. Contrast is clearer. Details are crisper. Wherever your vision leads you, beauty follows. With polarized lenses that eliminate glare and enhance color, Maui Jim sunglasses won't change the world. They'll change the way you see it. Color, clarity, detail. Maui Jim.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're having a great time here at Encinitas Ford.
Yeah.
And if you're in the area, definitely stop by, come by and see us. A lot of giveaways.
Yeah,
Good
a lot
times.
of giveaways, yeah, and everybody's having fun. Great to see a nice crowd here at Encinitas Ford. Hey, Mark, what's the best way to get to Encinitas Ford, and when you park, where do you park?
Well, we've got good parking here on site. We've got parking right behind the dealership at the restaurant area just to the east of the dealership. But as far as getting here, if you come down Interstate 5 or up Interstate 5, get off at Encinitas Boulevard. We're 1.8 miles east on Encinitas Boulevard on the corner of El Camino Real and Encinitas Boulevard. So there's parking to the east.
So
and
just
there's
go
parking
through past El Camino if you're coming from the freeway.
Correct.
And then turn left at the next light.
Correct. There's a big restaurant. There's about 8 restaurants just to the east of us, and none of them are open.
They're
so
open.
the parking's wide open.
Wide open. Okay.
And then there's the Ralph Center to the north, and so there's plenty of parking all around. And there's a few spots left here, but they're filling up pretty fast.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's really a great time to come down here and check out some of the new vehicles from Ford. And
I see a Ranger over there. I'm liking the Ranger.
Oh, that Ranger is so
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll bet you sell those like hotcakes.
Just from a geographic though, we're just a little bit north of the Del Mar Fairgrounds on Interstate 5.
Yeah. No, you can't miss it for sure. Hey, we just returned from our Kingfisher Charters Sitka, Alaska trip. Had a great group up there and a great time. Oh, my gosh. I came back Thursday. Ricky's still up there. He'll be back tomorrow. But we put a lot on social media, our Facebook and Instagram page, about how good the fishing was and the service. And Seth and his gang up there did such a great job. And they literally just opened the week before. We fished with Heath Bones, Seth's brother. And it was his first trip of the year. So they had just opened, but they were just fully dialed as they usually are. And we'll talk more about it when Ricky's coming back tonight. We'll talk more about that Kingfisher charter trip tomorrow and give you full details on that. But while we're waiting, Fred is ready. Good morning, Fred. I don't know who Fred is, but.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Just figured I'd check in. I was with you. I was on your show a couple weeks ago, and it seems like everything we talked about, Steve fishing yellows at the Coronado Islands, local kelp beds for calico bass, everything's kind of come true. And everything
that's Fred Huber.
Has just fallen into place.
Wow, fantastic. Captain Fred Huber from the Daily Double. I wasn't sure which Fred it was, but glad to have you.
Yes, sir.
We're not in the studio there, so really good fishing both at the Coronados and local. I heard the calico bass fishing. Corey
It's been
Sandin.
incredible.
It's been
Fred?
off the charts on the kelp beds of Point Loma, right?
Yes, Corey. I thought about you a couple times this week. Philip's been working with me, and he absolutely loves that 8-inch weedless. And
the 8-inch.
We've had so much fun with that this last couple of weeks. There's been some big
MC
yellows
weedless is
around.
so fun.
We've jerked a couple of 30-pound yellowtail out of the kelp, which is pretty impressive to get those big fish out of the weeds. And it's just pick an edge of kelp, and if you got the right condition, all up and down the Point Loma kelp beds, it's just loaded with bass. And we're going out there, and our bait's been perfect. The 5 to 6-inch sardines, 7-inch sardines, and water conditions are good. When the current pushes, it bites a little better. But even in some slack conditions, that's when those weedless comes out. Corey's weedless hammers come out, and we put it to them.
That's pretty cool, Fred. Now I know you get a little bit of barracuda in the mix, some yellow, and there's definitely some life around. And man, to see the calico counts up and down the coast, not only on the Daily Double, but man, it's just been an awesome early summer here.
Yeah, it has, and good quality too, right, Fred?
Oh, some phenomenal fish. I mean, just 5-6 pound. I think the best one I saw was a 7-pound calico this past week.
Beautiful,
those
beautiful.
Big
And I know
mixed in.
Doug Kern and I talked on it last week, and definitely the best value in town right now for the angler and not for the boat owner. I'm sorry, Fred, but for an angler wanting to get out just to pay $7-8 more than they did last year to have half the amount of people on the boat is a huge value. And it's
been so nice working with the smaller groups. I mean,
yes.
24 people, I can work 24 people half asleep compared to 40, 50 people. And it doesn't draw you down. It's just so much easier to work the small groups. I absolutely love it. And, the little bit of a hit, today being a Saturday, 50, 60 people on the boat and, a nice big fat gross. Yeah, I miss that. But, it doesn't weigh on your mind knowing that, hey, all I have to deal with is 24 people twice today. And,
like I said, it's a huge value for the angler.
Yeah,
and to be able to jump on the boat. I mean, when the fish are biting, there's always going to be 40 or 50 people on the boat.
Yeah,
but
for
when
sure.
they're biting and they have 24 of your best buddies on there, it's a great time.
But one thing I might mention, both the Coronado Islands trip with Steve and the Daily Double, reservations are mandatory, right, Fred?
We sell out. You know, I've had more and more people tell me, it's like, oh, man, I thought I was going to come with you on Wednesday, but you're sold out.
So what's the best way to make a reservation? Yeah, especially. What's the best way to make a reservation?
So online, PointLomaSportfishing.com, or you can call the landing at Point Loma Sportfishing at 619-223-1627 and check in with the boys there. I talked to Steve last night. He said, Fred, this is the most user-friendly yellowtail. It's gotten to the point where it's kind of out in the flats a little bit. He said his first drift yesterday morning was for 75 fish.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
You know, we saw it last year. It's kind of similar to what we saw last year, and it sounds like it's really settled in there nice. So
yeah, that's awesome news.
We're going to be moving the Point Loma into Islands. They're doing the 3/4 day local, and you know, they've had very good bass fishing too. So
fantastic. Well, Fred Huber from the Daily Double and Point Loma Sport Fishing, and Representative Steve and Mission Bell and the Point Loma. Thanks a lot for the call, and we got to go calico fishing.
I love
Let's
it.
go.
I might have to sneak on as an employee,
yeah,
Fred.
for sure. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate the call this morning and that exciting news for sure. We're live here at Encinitas Ford. Cheer from Cardiff is first up at the step up to the mic, and Cheer is here. Let's cheer for Cheer, and as he steps up to the mic. And don't forget, one of the step up to the mic people are going to win that pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. Good morning, Cheer.
You bet. Good morning,
I'd
Pete.
like that.
Hi, Rosie.
Good
Hi,
morning, Cheer.
Jeff, and everybody. Hey, first of all, I just want to say for everybody out there, probably half the people here or more have gone to Cedros and experienced Rosie's experience down there, and it is absolutely amazing. Last year was my first trip, and I fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it, and I pray they get that runway fixed.
I do too.
Because I'm on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in, 2 weeks?
Yes, 2 weeks,
Oh,
the 6th to
man.
the 10th, yeah.
So it is everything she paints. You know, she says what it is. It's everything she says it is. There's nothing that isn't true. And the experience is, I call it paradise, flat out paradise. You know,
Old World Mexico.
Old World Mexico, to sit there and watch the sunsets and sunrises and have a beer and eat that great food and then go out and just have the best time fishing. It's a blast.
And the most amazing part here is where we're at here. We could literally leave this morning and be fishing this afternoon in this paradise that you're calling Cedros.
Oh, yeah. And the whole trip experience is so simple.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I even have, like when I'm working in the Fred Hall booth or something, I have an easy button. It's that easy button. Just hit the easy button.
It's ridiculous.
Everything's taken care of.
The only thing you have to be careful of is your 9-foot rods when you're going upstairs. Could ask Dave about that.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little problem.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, it's from the fans.
Huh?
The fans, right?
And the fan.
Yeah, you got to watch that fan in the room. Yeah.
Anyway, so it sounds like it's a maybe on that trip.
Yeah, it's going to be a maybe on that trip. I'll be finding out early next week exactly what the down low is, and then as soon as I know, I'll get an email out to you guys.
Okay.
But I sure am hoping that I see you down at the CBX on Monday the 6th.
Yeah, and if it doesn't go, maybe a reschedule.
Maybe a
later in the season.
reschedule. Maybe a reschedule. If not, obviously next year.
Yeah.
So, which pains me to say that.
So the pongas down there, you've got the biggest is what, 30 feet? Is that what
That's Javier's, and it's right at 33 feet. And that thing is
33.
30 feet, and it's very wide. I mean, if you've seen the pictures from our trip last year, we had 4 anglers on the bow, all casting surface iron.
Wow.
Not an issue.
See here?
All
Pretty good.
casting
You can
surface
still social
iron.
distance.
Of course.
Why not?
Yeah.
Especially on that boat. Especially on that boat. But, and when we go down there, we insist that Javier fishes with us. So we're fishing 5 on that boat. Not an issue. That thing is big. Now, Lalo got a new ponga.
Oh.
Lalo decided to join the game and get one of those bigger pongas also. Now, his is not as wide as Javier's is. But it is a beautiful boat. It's a beautiful boat.
Okay.
So, and
I'm
Javier
quivering.
also put a bait tank on his. So now he's trying to get this done with the other boats also. But last year they put a bait tank on his boat, and that was working very well.
Awesome.
It was actually chumming. So
The bait tank on the bow, but they took where they store the fuel. They turned that into the bait tank in the back corner on the port side.
Nice.
So he carries a lot of bait, and it's on the boat when you get on the boat.
Fantastic.
So,
Well, hey, Chair, thanks for coming down to Encinitas Ford. He wants to go, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't we all, for sure. Thanks a lot for coming down. Dave Myers is next up at the mic. Good morning, Dave. Thanks for being here at Encinitas Ford. We're surrounded by Ford cars and trucks.
Like I said, I want that Ranger over there.
That Ranger is so cool.
I want that new red Ford Flash.
Corey, we should talk.
Right, exactly. I like it. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, guys. Two questions. First off, I noticed there was recently some Dorado in the count. Was curious how big the Dorado are. And the second question is for Rosie. Besides the great calico and yellowtail fishing, when's the best time to go up? I want to get tuna or wahoo down at Cedros.
Okay, you want me to go first? Okay, so, Cedros, quite honestly, is really never closed. There's always fish down there to be caught. Our season is from June to November, and depending on when you go, they'll be depending on what you catch. So June is definitely big yellowtail, calico bass, sheephead type of season into July. Towards the middle of August is when you're going to be getting into some yellowfin tuna and Dorado. And then in September is when our wahoo season will be coming in. White sea bass, everyone says, when can I catch white sea bass? And it's when they're swimming past your hook. Okay, that's the best time to catch them. There are, groupers and others in the mix year-round also. But so yellowtail always in the mix because we are the yellowtail capital of the world along with those calico bass. And then August, again, is the tuna, Dorado. And then come September, October, November, we'll get into the wahoo.
All right. Thanks, Dave, for coming down to Encinitas Ford. Let's jump in the phones,
Let's
Corey.
do it, Pete. Let's talk to Dave. Dave, calling from Anza. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, Dave from Anza is now Dave in the High Sierras. Just want to give you an on-the-spot report about things up here, let people know what to expect. My wife and I were spending pretty much the whole month of June up here in the Sierras. The first 2 weeks, everything was still pretty much shut down. We had to do that dispersed primitive camping up here. No problem for us because we're in a self-contained RV. But just over the course of the last week, things are starting to open up. It's a really good sign. A lot of the campgrounds, they're still here and there that are opening up. But my suggestion is if anybody thinking about coming up here, either check in with Adventures in Camping or recreation.gov to get a reservation because there's been so much pent-up demand up here that now that things are opening up, everything is filling up really fast. So if you drive up here and get here in the afternoon, don't expect to find a campsite. Prepare ahead a little bit. The flip side of the shutdown is that those first couple of weeks up here, we had the place all to ourselves. I was out on Convict Lake one day. That's one of the most popular places here in the Eastern Sierras. There was one boat on the water. You never see that. So, and then as far as the fishing, though, even though there are not many fishermen, they can't keep those fish locked up in the hatcheries. They have been stocking the lakes, and we're catching fish just about everywhere. I was on my float tube out on Silver Lake a little over a week ago, and I saw the 19-pound brown trout that was caught on the lake that day.
Holy
That's
mackerel.
a big one.
That's a
for
big
sure.
one, yeah. Well, and I can attest to the travel right now is a breeze. Flying up to Alaska and to Sitka and stuff it was so much easier. There's no crowds at the airport. There's no crowds on the planes, no middle seats. The planes are running on time because they don't get backed up on the runway 10 deep up in Seattle. It's really quite a breeze, and masks are required, and their sanitation things are through the roof. So, for me, I'm saying I can't wait to go again, for sure. But it sounds like a good place to be up in the Eastern Sierra. Of course, Adventure and Camping is a great resource because they'll set the whole thing up for you and get you into the right king. And Adventure and Camping and the guys up there will do it all for you. And it sounds like you're having your own adventure in camping, Dave. And thanks for the call. We appreciate you calling us from the Eastern Sierra. Mark in Santee is next up. Mark, thanks for coming down to Encinitas Ford.
Good morning to you, Mark.
Hey, good morning. I got a question for you about the AB 3030.
Yeah.
30 for 30.
We have Wayne here.
Can you explain that to us and how we can help?
Well, let's bring. Hey, where's Wayne Cotto? Come on up here, Wayne. Let's talk about that. And Wayne, I was going to bring him up next to talk about this very, very important thing.
3030.
Hey, Wayne from CCA, and Chris is here too from CCA. So great to have you guys. Thanks for coming down to Encinitas Ford. Thank you very much for coming up to the mic and asking that question. What is AB 3030?
So AB 3030 is a bill in Sacramento right now that has already made it through the Assembly that the environmental groups want to protect 30% of land, water, and ocean in California by 2030. This bill is a part of a larger movement. It's on an international front. They want to protect 30% of the world. 30% of the world, water, land, and ocean by 2030.
Just happens to be starting in California.
It's starting here for the United States, and the reason it's starting here is, while you guys know our favorable legislation, our legislators up there, but it's also a bigger thing. There's a biodiversity conference for the UN in the fall, so they want California to be the trophy to go into that conference with. There's a similar legislation in South Carolina, and they already did a resolution passing in Illinois. So this is only the start of the movement, but it's bigger than that, guys. If you remember the MLPA movement and what happened with the MPAs, the fishermen didn't understand what was going on because they kept telling us, oh, it's okay, we're going to protect this for all of us and everything, and we're going to allow fishing. Well, the MLPA passed, and then we all got involved in those task force during the MPA creations. This is MLPA 2, guys, 2.0. We have to kill this bill. And the reason why, we have been trying to work with the bill author and their sponsors to get amendments to bring in hunting and fishing and not keep us out of those areas in the long run. We've been asking them to define, what do you mean by protect and protection of the land, water, and ocean? And they refuse to do it. And that's part of our problem. Because in the long run, the way that it's so vague, then we get, during the implementation phase, when we get hurt. Because then it's up to the interpretation of the people implementing. And we can't afford to do that. We already know what happened with the MLPA movement.
Right.
So this is important.
How do we help?
So CCA California started a coalition. Go to our website, ccacalifornia.org. There is a petition drive. There is a Write Your Senator. You can join us and you can donate to us because we're pulling this big coalition. It takes a lot of lobby power up in Sacramento. We need everybody's help. We need you to join us. We need you guys to share this stuff with your friends. Go up on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. Share this stuff with your groups, your friends.
Spread the word.
Get them to help
because this thing
it's
is a
numbers.
steamroller on the other side.
So we are already halfway through this process. We have 1 month to get all of this extra effort to make a difference up in Sacramento right now.
And I know CCA has hired a lobbyist, and that's very expensive thanks to companies like AFCO and Shimano that donated a lot of money, and several other tackle manufacturers. And a lot of the listeners and people that join CCA have also donated. It takes money to stop this steamroller, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember, this isn't just the fishing industry this time. This is land, ocean, and waters.
Everything.
So hunting, all your recreation outdoor, they're going to try to swallow up more land, more lakes, more streams. In the long run, all of us are affected by this movement. And their long-term goal, this is part 2 of 3, their long-term goal is 50% of the world.
Wow.
50.
Wow.
And they already got, the environmental side got a infusion of money, $1 billion over 10 years got infused into this thing for them.
Yeah,
so we are grossly underfunded compared to them.
So see Wayne and Chris here. Talk to them about AB 3030, and then we haven't even talked about the Chumash Indian deal, but we'll talk about that another time. But thanks, Wayne, for all you do with CCA, and thanks for coming down to Encinitas.
He's got a huge job for sure.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of weight on his shoulders,
sure.
a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're going to be right back here on Let's Talk Hookup. We're at Encinitas Ford with Mr. Mark Wheeler and Rosie and Jeff from Cedros Sportfishing. We're going to return on Let's Talk Hookup Radio Network. And out.
It's another innovation from Seagar, the proven leader in saltwater leader material. Introducing new Gold Label leader. It's Seagar's thinnest leader material yet, 18% thinner and 17% stronger than any other Seagar leader. That means it's even less visible underwater and creates more natural presentations for better catch rates in clear water and on leader-shy fish. New Gold Label is made with exclusive Seagar fluorocarbon resins in a double structure process which provides exceptional knot and tensile strength. Yet it's soft and cinches easily for fail-safe knots. Get Seagar Gold Label at your favorite tackle dealer or learn more at seagar.com.
When it comes to Southern California sport fishing, two names stand out: Fisherman's Landing Tackle and Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We have the most complete selection of Shimano saltwater rods and reels, like Talica, Trinidad, and Tranks reels, plus Terramar and Therese rods. Our professional saltwater experts at Fisherman's Landing Tackle have the know-how to help you choose the right Shimano rod and reel for your next trip. When it comes to Shimano gear, you owe it to yourself to visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hard-working crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half and full-day open party trips. Book online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Pete, this is so cool being up here at
Isn't
Encinitas
it fun?
Ford.
Yeah,
There's
this
so many
is your
people.
first live broadcast, right?
Well, it is as a co-host, yes.
Yeah, as a co-host.
But I've
yeah.
been at
But
the
you've been-
El Cajon Ford.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were
super friendly to
guest.
fishermen too.
Yeah,
but I know
absolutely.
Mr. Mark Wheeler's a huge fisherman himself.
All the Ford dealers in
Yeah.
San Diego County are just been super supportive of fishing community and also Let's Talk Hookup, and Mark certainly leads the pack along with a lot of the other guys too. Owen Mossy and like you mentioned, El Cajon Ford, and just super good people.
Yeah, it's
in
pretty
there.
cool. It's nice to be here. A huge
Yeah.
group is showing up.
Yeah.
And if you still want to come down and enjoy the live show and all the giveaways, I mean,
Yeah.
the list of giveaways is
Oh,
crazy.
boy. Lots of giveaways.
For the step up to the mic, we're giving away a pair of Maui Gems, a local kind, soft black in color, sea blue and gray lens, blue Hawaii lens material. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Thin glass.
And how about that 8-day trip on the Searcher somebody's going to win at the end of the summer here?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Just
Here
for
we are
showing
at the
up.
beginning of the summer. Our last broadcast will be at El Cajon Ford at the end of the summer, and we'll be giving away that 8-day trip to one of the 8 qualifiers. It qualifies 2 per show here. One either by random draw. Everybody at the end of the show, we're going to draw for one lucky qualifier, and then the other one's the winner of the casting contest.
And I saw somebody hit the bucket with the casting contest.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's very, very cool. Hey, so let's go ahead and jump back into the phones there.
Let's do it. Let's talk to Paul. Paul calling from Bellflower. Thank you for joining us this morning, Paul, on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Corey and Pete. My question is for Rosie. Rosie, what are the different packages, price pricing packages that you have, and what's the smallest amount of days you can go and the largest amount of days you can go?
All right, so we have 5- and 6-day packages. We used to have 4-day packages, honestly, but everybody that came back from a 4-day package looked at me and said, never again, I have to fish more at Cedros.
Yeah.
So we did away with the 4-day packages, and we have 5- and 6-day packages. And our packages are truly all-inclusive, okay? So everything, like I said, is in the package deal. So a 5-day trip is $24.50 and a 6-day trip is $26.50. Again, that includes your ground transportation when you're on the island, all of your airfare, your lodging, your meals, your drinks, and even your fish being filleted, okay? So we do a table-ready fillet. It is filleted that day. It is in 3 or 5 meal bags. It is about a pound per bag. It is frozen and labeled per species and goes home with you, okay?
You glazed over that so smoothly, Rosie.
I think I've been there, done that one or two times before.
It's truly, Paul, completely inclusive.
Completely inclusive.
It's your licensing. It's your CBX fee.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
your airfare.
I mean, people always say that doesn't include airfare, right? It's like, oh, absolutely, that includes airfare.
It's all inclusive.
And
all inclusive.
It doesn't sound like Paul has utilized the CBX facility because it is so smooth. We haven't hit on the fact that when you come back through customs, we've all done it, and it can be a pain in the rear.
Absolutely.
But through CBX, it's nearly like your private.
Nothing to it.
It is. You're right. It's a breeze.
At the
it's
most,
that easy button again.
At the most, I've had 10 people in front of me.
Yeah,
at
and
CBX.
it's been really nice. And it's like what's really great is now that we've been going through there, for 3 years, even the agents coming back through know us. They see the anglers with the fishermen, and they're kind of like, "Oh, how'd you guys do this trip?" And and it's like they're getting to know us, and it's easy going through there. I mean, I think my longest wait last year was 20 minutes, but it was on a holiday weekend. 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Where
that's coming through customs.
Yeah, holiday weekend, you try,
crossing the border.
You try crossing the border, you're going to be waiting 10 hours.
I've been through there probably 12 or 15 times, and I would say 12 of the times, it's literally there's one person in front of you.
Yeah.
It is a 5-minute ordeal,
Yeah.
and for me, that is a huge, huge asset.
It really is. It's thank God, like I said, for Pete, who was the one that recommended this. This was the deal breaker, man. This is our deal breaker. When I say we go through the CBX, we are a nonstop flight. We're the only ones that do this. And they're saying, like, wait a second. You mean we don't have to stop in Ensenada or San Felipe? No. You go through the CBX, 390 feet, done.
And I bring all this up because when Paul asked what the prices were and what it's about, and you're laying out the coolness of the island and the cerveza in the hand and, and the sunrise on the water, mackerel already made, ready to go out, and enjoying the lodge. If food's included, everything is included.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
It's fabulous.
Paul, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Mark, Corey's drooling over those Rangers. Tell us about that new Ranger. It's new for, what was it, 2019?
So the new Ranger is Ford's, I should say, re-entry. We were dominant in the compact pickup market for years, and we're back in it now for our second year. We have a 2.3-liter EcoBoost powertrain, which is 270 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. And they say you buy torque, or you buy horsepower and you drive torque, and that's so true. And with these super slick 10-speed automatic transmissions, so I was out in the desert with a buddy of mine, and I was running my Raptor around through the desert, and he's got a Ranger four-wheel drive, and it's absolutely amazing what a Ranger four-wheel drive
Now,
will
wait
do.
a minute. Raptor is like a $100,000 pickup
Well,
truck.
not
quite
but,
that much.
Well,
but it's up there.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and you're talking about a Ranger, which is,
But on a pound per horsepower and pound per torque, the thing flies. It's so much faster than those Japanese models that come over here.
Yeah.
It's better quality. It's quieter.
Built in America.
Built in America, and they're just great trucks. Ford is the truck manufacturer that everybody's trying to bump off, and we've only had the full-size truck crown for 43 years, I believe. Amazing trucks
Nothing
all the
beats
way
the
through.
F-150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the F-150, but nothing beats the Ranger
The
either.
Ranger, too. So
Yeah.
come and you can test drive one, take advantage of those great incentives they have right
Yeah,
now.
and we've got discount pricing, and we've got the great.
Do you have them in stock?
Yes, we do. They're
Yeah.
here and ready to roll. And but the whole thing is driving these trucks.
Yeah.
Well, the pricing, we've got great pricing on all this stuff, as well as huge manufacturers' incentives. And then what we talked about earlier is the used vehicle market's red hot. So it allows us to put a whole bunch of money into trade-in and make the transactional difference between the trade-in and the purchase price so much lower, and keeps monthly payments down. And it's just a
good time to buy.
Great time to buy a vehicle because of all the incentives.
For sure. So come on down to Encinitas Ford. Check it out. Dave from Poway is here. Dave, you're next up. Thanks for coming down to Encinitas Ford. And I know you've been looking around at all these beautiful Ford cars and trucks. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. Yes, I bought a Ford here, what was it, 4 years ago at a Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah.
Yeah, bought a Fusion.
Dave.
From Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Rosie, we had the pleasure of going down there last year. Had a great time. Cheer was talking about it. I was with his group. And there was a tremendous amount of bait in the water. It was great, and it looked like it bode well for the fishery. Has there been any science, or maybe, Corey could talk to, what that does for the long-term impact on the fishery? I've got to think it's only good.
Well, in my perspective, it is only good because where there's bait, there's fish to be caught.
And I'll tell you, I was there last year, and the schools of sardine I saw.
They rain.
Seriously, one school would have loaded the EBCO 20-plus times.
Yes.
I mean, they're huge. And with that amount of bait around, it's like our local fishery with the anchovy. It's
Absolutely.
It creates a really healthy ecosystem and environment. And, the sport boats can't fish Cedros any longer. But along with that came the purse seiners had to stay
away.
What is it, like 5 miles away from the island?
Yes, and I was, that's funny that you bring that because I was going to say the same thing. And that's what is so huge because now there's bait there, so the fish come here. Before when they would scoop up all that bait and it's gone, well, the fish have got to go find some place to eat. Well, now they don't. They just stay.
Yeah. They get bigger.
They do get bigger.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. We had a great time. Everything Cheer said, I would echo those sentiments. So look forward to when we get back there again.
Yes.
We're booked. We'll see how it goes.
You are booked.
Indeed.
Cheers, keeping his fingers crossed, as we all are.
All are, for
we
sure.
Are.
Everything's changing. It's a fluid situation.
It is.
They say. Yeah.
It is.
Thanks for coming down to
Dave.
Encinitas Ford. Mo from Vista is next up. Mo, thanks for coming down. Not too far from Vista here at Encinitas Ford.
And I saw Mo. Mo was the one that actually hit the dead ringer in the bucket.
Oh, how many points you get, Bo?
3.
You got 3. Good for you.
Good morning, guys and gals. Hey, I just want to thank the Friends of Rollo, Take Kids Fishing. I happened to win 2 prizes from them through the raffle tickets that I bought, and I want to thank Akuma and Ben Florentino. I'm going to go bass fishing with Ben.
Oh, you lucky guy.
Benny's a really good guy.
So
You're going to have so much fun.
That's all I want to tell. Thank you.
All right, Mo. Well, thanks for supporting Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo. We have a big show coming up next Sunday with Mike and Harold from Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo. We're going to be talking about that Reel a Week program, which is kicking off right now and more. So that's going to be an entire 2 hours dedicated to talking about kids fishing and lots of fun and good excitement there. That's a week from tomorrow, next Sunday, here on Let's Talk Hookup. Hey, I want to thank the guys coming out for helping us out here today. Of course, we have Cowboy. Glad to have Cowboy out, and Tommy helping out. Want to thank our engineer, Bill Lippis, who does a fantastic job, and Arnie. Famous Arnie from Vista right there, running the casting contest. And a big welcome for the first time ever to a San Diego County Ford dealer remote, Adam, our main guy, Adam Clark, who's normally in the radio station, but of course now we're not in the radio station because of the whole thing going on, but hopefully soon we'll be back in the radio station. But Adam is helping Arnie on the casting contest. He's a spotter, and great to have Adam. He's such a backbone to our whole program here, and he does all the app stuff and web stuff for us. So great to have Adam here at the broadcast.
Just a good guy on top of that, Pete.
My gosh,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Adam Clark. All right, hey, we're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup. It's Southern California's sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup radio network and app.
Rock Cod Rick here for Adventure in Camping, where they bring the adventure to you. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't own an RV or a trailer, or simply don't want the hassle, let Adventure in Camping park it for you. It's simple. Check out their website, adventureincamping.com, select from over 75 campgrounds they serve, decide on a trailer floor plan that fits your needs, request a quote and your desired vacation dates, then just show up and start your adventure. Dallas and I did exactly that, and it was incredible. We chose a beautiful Mammoth Area campground. Adventures in Camping delivered the trailer to our spot. We just showed up and enjoyed a clean, spacious trailer without any of the hassle. When it comes time to go home, we just closed the door and drove away. It doesn't get any easier. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't want the hassle, Adventure in Camping is for you. Check out adventureincamping.com for details. Make sure you mention Rock Cod Rick sent you for a special 20% off offer, but this special won't last, so go to adventureincamping.com today.
Shimano has done it again. An amazing lever drag 2-speed reel at an affordable price. It's Speedmaster 2, the extremely durable, high-performance Speedmaster 2 with high maximum drag power and a smooth, ultra-wide range of drag adjustability is an absolute fish-fighting machine. Its rigid hogany body prevents misalignment of moving parts under the heaviest loads. Plus, a spare drag cam is included for optimal use with monofilament lines. The Speedmaster is now available in 4 models, 12, 16, 20, and 25. This is the perfect reel for the angler looking for a powerful, lightweight, smooth casting reel for tuna or other powerful saltwater game fish at more affordable price. Nothing in its class can match the Shimano Speedmaster 2, built to provide high-end performance and durability in a compact, lightweight frame. Get the Shimano Speedmaster 2 lever drag reel at your local Shimano dealer. Check Shimano.com for all the details.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
For over 5 decades, Lee Palm Sport Fishing has set the standard in long-range fishing that they pioneered long ago. The Red Rooster 3 sets a new standard of excellence. The Red Rooster 3 is one of the most modern, quiet, and fastest long-range vessels in the fleet. They have handpicked the finest crew to make your trip a memorable one. The Red Rooster 3 offers trips from 3 to 18 days and runs year-round to the best fishing spots on the planet. Ride the Red Rooster 3 once and you'll be back again. Call the Red Rooster 3 at 619-224-3857 or see them on the web at redrooster3.com. There are plenty of boat slips and marinas in San Diego, but there is only one Kona Kai. It's not just a place to park your boat, it's a way of life here in America's finest city. Come check out what's new at the Kona Kai. 170 luxury guest rooms, including 41 brand new suites, featuring contemporary island-inspired decor, deep soaking tubs, and oversized balconies. The Kona Kai Resort Spa and Marina has multiple swimming pools and a private beach, waterfront restaurants, and an award-winning spa, most of which is included for marina tenants. Add the Kona Kai Club to your membership and you have access to the new Paloma Pool Bar, a new and exclusive pool area for adults only, which allows guests to enjoy poolside craft cocktails and California coastal cuisine while overlooking your boat. In addition to all this, Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. Check resortkonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Kai Resort, much more than just a place to park your boat.